Alright, so here, now we're back with some more Diablo 2 Eastern Sun, collecting all the tokens. We were sitting here trying to figure out what to do. We were so fighting with ourselves. 'Cause we're like, if we're getting all the tokens of the Jackal, we could get the token of the Jackal plus 1 life, plus 2 life, plus 3 life, plus 4 life, plus 5 life. We could collect all of them, so we got the token of the Jackal plus 1 to life, but we're not going to do this yet. Maybe we could do it later, but we should just focus on getting all the maximum stats. Or maybe the minimum stats, I don't know. We got the barrel token, 5% poison resistance, 5% cold resistance. Because it could roll in between 5% to 10%, right? It could be 5% or it could be 10% in between there. And then there's going to be more tokens to collect, right? We'll want the 6%, the 7%, the 8%, the 9%, the 10% cold resistance. So we'd want to get those for all those eventually. And then the dual stats tokens, 10% increased attack speed, plus 3 to mana. So it's not a perfect mana roll, right? We could try collecting all those, all the like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana, but I don't even know. It's probably not worth it. It'd probably be too much time. That'd be like phase 2 or phase 3 or something. Phase 1 would just be getting all of the perfect items, right? So we had this plus 2 to dexterity. We were going to get all the dexterity ones and the resistances. So we'd need to get all the all resistances plus 4 up to plus 14. So maybe it'd be good for showing videos and crafting later, but because then we could roll the rare items, and then we could be like, well, it rolled with the tangerine, it rolled with the 8%, and then we'd actually have the 8% one. We say it rolled with the Jackal, it rolled with 1 life, or whatever it rolled with. So that'd be something to do. Maybe for these single stat items, so that'd be like phase 2 or something. Phase 3 would be like getting, well, we're already working on getting the double stat items. Because if we're crafting magic items, we're going to want to know at their magic, at their item level, what they can spawn with. So we're going to be like level 3, we'd probably want something with 30% enhanced defense and 10% faster hit recovery for the armor. Probably something like that. Then for the sorceress or something, well, those aren't really going to add too much, but the faster hit recovery would always be good on something. 10% increased attack speed. So then we just got these ones. Now let's go quickly over what we already collected. We got the token of worth, plus 1 to minimum damage. Got the token of craftsmanship, plus 2 to maximum damage. So these should be all of these ones. Token of quality, plus 4 to maximum damage. That should be all of these ones here. So we look to make sure it only spawns on the helmet and the shield, and then weapons. And then the token of dexterity, it only spawns on the helmet, the armor, the boots, and the gloves. It does not spawn on the belt or the shield. So we actually collected all of these ones. And then the token of balance, 10% faster hit recovery. So we collected all of those ones. And the repairs durability, we collected all of these ones. Now we need to collect the sturdy token, 10% defense to 20% defense. Sturdy token to 21% to 30% defense. Then the glimmering token, plus attack rating plus light radius. Token of light plus attack rating plus light radius. So these ones can stack. You can get the glimmering token of light, and then it'll be more light radius, more attack rating. And then the token of strength, plus 3 strength. Token of the Jackal, plus 5 to life. Lizard's token, plus 5 to mana. Azure token, cold resist 10%. Crimson token, fire resist 10%. Poison resist, the barrel token, 10%. So we got 1, 2, 3. Oh, we don't have the lightning token. We don't have any tangerine tokens. We just got this 9% one we probably aren't going to use right now. We'll collect those later. So we need to get some tangerine tokens. And then the enlightened token, we only need the belt actually. We only need the belt. And then the rugged token, we need to get the belt and the gloves, I think, or belt and the shield. Probably the belt and the gloves. There's only 3 items with rugged. It is the gloves and the belt. And then the token of flame, we could probably get one with more damage. And then poison resist 10. So we just bought one thing. We were shopping for a little bit. We got the barrel token, poison resistance 10%. So we could add this one right here. So now we collected that token. So now we're just going to be looking for only dual stat tokens with the best stats. So if we get something, we could say this is what it could have had, and then probably had less stats or something. It could have had 10 lightning resistance, but it had 6 or something. So now let's go start buying items and start collecting more items. And then the weapons, we're getting out of hand here too. We're like, let's collect every single weapon. Let's collect all the different weapons, but there's no reason to. But actually, maybe there is, because we noticed with the dagger, right? Look at this, the token of blight, plus 20 poison damage over 2 seconds. And then the dagger, it gets 55 poison damage over 4 seconds, 3% through poison damage. So it's actually a lot better on the dagger, because usually the dagger doesn't even get that much. Usually it's really low. It's just like 8 poison damage, so we weren't sure about that, right? Regular dagger, 8 poison damage over 2 seconds. Maybe the 1% poison scale damage buffs it or something? I don't know, we're gonna have to look into that, but that was interesting, right? Because we got the regular dagger, so we could just buy this regular dagger. We could put it beside the dagger of blight, and we could see, well, here, let's take it out in a real form, right? So we just cube it. We'll compare these three, because these really interesting ones. It's the dagger of blight, 55 poison damage. Regular dagger, 8 poison damage. And then here, same with the short sword, the scimitar, just the blight modifier, it's supposed to only give plus 20 poison damage over 2 seconds, but on the dagger it just makes it go a lot higher for some reason, and the duration goes a lot higher. So maybe it stacks and then the poison damage increases it, so that was interesting to me. So we could just put these ones here, the token of blight, 55 damage, the token of blight, the exact same modifier, 20 damage. It just doesn't make any sense. But we'll figure it out. This is why we're doing this, so we could look at them all in the base level, all these stats on the lowest level, and then we could figure out these things like why does the dagger start with 8 damage? Why does anything with blight have 20 damage? Why does the dagger of blight have 55 damage? Just insane damage. So we're just going to focus on the armors today. We're not going to worry about weapons at all. We're just going to keep farming at Charsi here. She has a whole bunch of armors usually. I think we bought a whole bunch. Yes, just because we were going out of hand. We're like, let's buy all of them, but eventually we will. We'll just look for all of the best combinations, and then later we could expand our inventory to buy all the different versions of them later. So basically we're just looking here. We already have the boots of pacing. Oh, the token of the jackal, plus 5 to life for the boots, so we do need those ones. And plus 1 to life, so if we were trying to collect every single item later in some other phase, we would be looking for the plus 1 life quality. We already have the plus 4 to damage, so we're not looking for those ones. We would collect all those later. The snake's cap, plus 5 to mana. I don't know if we have that one. No, we don't. Lizard's token. Oh, but that would be the lowest version of that. Okay, so we do not want that one. So pretty much all we're doing in this series is we collect tokens. We're trying to collect tokens, and then we're going to start looking at rares eventually. We're just looking at the magic items right now, trying to see what the magic items have, and then we're going to craft some magic items probably, and then we're going to compare them to all the stats they could have had. Glimmering quality of light. So, yeah, so you can see it stacked at a plus 2 to light radius, so 2 dexterity cold resist. So if it was a dual stat and if it was perfect, we would take it. We're not going that far yet to collect every single dual stat item. We'll just start looking here. 29% damage, it's not 30, and then we'll just probably pause because she didn't have anything. We'll come back when we find something. Here, so then now we found another item we were looking for. So we're just looking for perfect dual stats. So Snake's Quilted Armor of the Elite. It could have rolled with 1 to 5 mana. It rolled with 5 mana. So we're going to add that. We got our dual stat ones here, so we can tell which ones we have already. Then I believe we got the of strength, boots of strength. Yes, we did not have the boots of strength. So plus 3 to strength. It could roll 1 strength to 3 strength. So we could add those to the strength part right here, plus 2 strength. And then the dual stat. So we got a perfect stat dual stat. So if we're looking for a caster, maybe this would be good. Maybe the light radius would actually be good at a low level, since the other stats won't really help you too much. Oh, and then we got the boots of the jackal, right? So we didn't have those ones. Now we could add those right here. So now we almost have the full jackal set. And then here I actually made an error. This is actually the worst one you could get because the snakes requires level 4. The lizard's token can get +5 to mana, requires level 2. So this thing, it's so confusing because the snakes and the lizards, they can both roll with +5 to mana. So you don't know because you're always looking for perfect, like 5 mana or 10 mana. It's one of those two. And it's just 2 different names. But actually, we got the small shield of strength, so we didn't have that one. So now we could add another one to these shields. And we didn't look too much. Snakes. Yeah, so there it is, the snakes. So you would think it would be the best rolled one because it has 5 mana, but it's not. It's the worst rolled one. And then 2 to 6 fire damage. We had 2 to 6 fire damage. And then I don't think there was anything else here, right? No, there wasn't. So we could just add the buckler, the small shield, +3 to strength. And then next, we got a perfectly rolled tangerine quilted armor of worth with 10% lightning resistance. And then we got there was another item here. We got the gloves, right? The leather gloves of strength, +3 to strength. So we did not have those ones before. We still just needed the belt for that one set. So now we could tokenize the quilted armor. We could make the tangerine token of worth. So now we could add that. And we should just keep this one just so we always know that it could be a 5 or a 10. Then we got another item. We got the leather gloves of strength. So we could cube that, the token of strength. So now we just needed the belt. As soon as we got the +3 to strength belt, we would have completed another set. So then now we'd have to rearrange everything because we got a different new type of item. We haven't gotten any tangerine items, so we could move the enlightened tokens down here maybe. We know that we still need to get the belt because we got the tangerine armor, the tangerine leather armor. So now we could cube that and add that to the collection. So we never got any perfect tangerine pieces before, but now we do. We got the armor piece. And then next we got the glowing buckler of blocking. So it gave more 15% block rate, 10% increased chance of blocking, attack rating per level, +2 to light radius. So that's actually a really, really good one to get. So when we're crafting things later for a level 4 character, we could probably hope to get these mods. So we have the glimmering token of blocking and the glimmering token. Oh, the glowing token and the glimmering token. So there's 2 different ones. So we could actually get both of them maybe. Give like +3 to light radius. Something like that. And actually we got another new item. We never got the glimmering leather gloves. +2 attack rating, +2 light radius. So now we do. We only had the armor before. We only had the shield before. So now we could cube these, and then we could add these right here. Glimmering token. And then we're gonna have to figure out how to make some more room because we got a new type of item. We got the glowing quilted armor. I guess we got the dual glowing armor, right? The glowing shield, but we never actually got anything by itself, right? So now we have the glowing token, and then for the belt, the sturdy sash of frost. So the belt can actually have cold damage on it, but it had something and it wasn't a perfect. So we don't want to start collecting things that aren't perfect. So we could cube the quilted armor, and then we got the glowing token. So a whole new type of set to collect. Requires level 4. And then eventually we got 2 new items to add to the collection. We got the gloves, the glimmering leather gloves of balance. So they give 10% faster hit recovery, +1 to light radius. Then we got the boots, Azure boots. We didn't have these ones. Gives 10% cold resistance. And then there was one other thing here, right? There should have been one other thing. Faster unlock 10%. Oh, we were just going to get the superior one, the superior leather gloves. So we started looking at superior items maybe, because they give 15% enhanced defense, increases durability by 15%. So maybe those are good maxed leather gloves. So maybe we should start collecting superior tokens too, right? So we got the glimmering leather gloves of balance. So now we could add those ones. We didn't have those ones before. We had the glimmering leather gloves of readiness. Now we got the glimmering gloves of balance. They could get a 10% increased attack speed and 10% faster hit recovery. Then we got the boots, the Azure boots, to give 10% cold resistance. And then we got the superior leather gloves. 15% enhanced defense, increases durability by 15%. So now we got a superior token, 15% enhanced defense. So we could start keeping those too, I guess. Figure out what these superior modifiers are. Figure out how they would help the items. And then a little bit later, we got some more new items. We got the leather gloves of the jackal. No, we just about completed the set. Not yet. Alright, why is this like that? There we go. Alright, yeah, that was all we got. We got a 10% sturdy boots. They're the lowest percent. But we might as well get them, I guess, just so we have some over here. Because we got the 10% armor, we got the 10% boots now then. So we could add the leather gloves of the jackal, we could cube them, and then we got the token of the jackal. So now we only need the helmet, and then we have the full jackal set. Unless the helmet can't get no, it should be all armor. Alright, yeah, we should be able to get the full set like that. So we can just cube these for right now, and then we got the sturdy token, 10% defense. And then usually we haven't been checking the weapons, but we thought we would, and we found a triumphant scimitar of shock. Rolled perfectly, adds 1d16 lightning damage. Plus 1 mana per kill, requires level 3. There was nothing in the armor. So we weren't collecting weapons, but we might as well put that in just because it rolled such high lightning damage. So then while we were looking at armors, we looked at weapons again. We found the bronze short sword of self-repair, so it did 22 attack rating, replenishes 1 durability. So it rolled a perfect 20. And then the armor, we got a lizard's cap, so it's not the snake's cap, it's actually lizard's token plus 5 to mana. So now we just needed the belt, I believe. We just needed the boots. Yes, then we could cube the lizard's cap, and then we could transmute it, and then we could add it to the collections. Now we have nearly all of the lizard's tokens. We just needed the boots. We could transmute the sword. Now we got the bronze token of self-repair, a perfect 20. And then shortly after, we found the Azure cap. It gave 10% to cold resistance. Required level 3. So now we had a new cap to add to the collection. We just needed the belt by the looks of it. We just needed a few more pieces for that set. And then right after that, we got the snake's quilted armor. So it's actually plus 10 to mana. So it's the best quilted armor we could get. Well, for level 4, so we could add that to the collection. And then, I don't know if there was anything else. No, there wasn't. So now our inventory was getting more filled up. We had the snake's quilted armor, plus 10 to mana. So we already had the lizard's quilted armor, plus 5 to mana. And then next, we got the lizard's buckler, plus 5 to mana. So we needed that one. And then we got the Azure sash, cold resistance, plus 10. So we finally got that one. Sweet, the cold set is, the cold set is complete. The lizard's tokens, we got the plus 5 to mana. We just need the boots now. And then the Azure sash. We could throw this in here. We completed the Azure token. No, we didn't. We still need the, we still need the shield. I'm sorry, we didn't complete it yet. So we're still shopping for some more tokens then. We found some more items. And then we got another dual stat item. We got the glimmering boots of balance. So we didn't have those ones. Sweet, so we didn't have any dual stat boots before. Yeah, so we just throw them in the cube and then we can just turn them into the token. And then we got another glimmering token of balance. And then we can add another 2 sets of dual stat items, right? We had the crimson quilted armor of balance, 10% faster hit recovery. 10% fire resistance. We definitely didn't have any room left. So now we could cube that. And then we got another one, right? I think we did. Yes, the enlightened leather gloves of balance, 10% faster hit recovery, defense based on level. So now we got 2 more tokens. We got 2 more dual stat tokens that are perfect. Got the crimson token of balance. And then we got the, cause we don't have that one, right? Yes, we don't. Glowing token. So we got the enlightened token of balance, 10% recovery, defense on level. Cool. Now what are we gonna get? We're getting close to completing a set, and we should be ending the episode pretty soon. And then a little bit later, we got the barrel boots of pacing, 10% faster run walk, 10% poison resistance. So cool. Now we're actually getting a whole bunch of the dual stat perfect items down. So when we're crafting all the blue dual stat items, we'll know a 10% faster run walk with a resistance is probably really good for the boots. And then here we'll just do one final item before we go. We got the glowing caps. We didn't have that 2 attack rating based on level, +2 to light radius. We had the armor piece. We found out it was a new stat we could get. We didn't know about it before. But then we found the armor piece. Now we have the helmet to go with it. So there we go. Now our inventory is getting pretty cluttered. It's getting pretty filled here. Did we complete any sets? No, I don't think we did. I don't think we completed any new sets, but we got more dual stat items, right? We were keeping our dual stat items here so that we knew what we had. And then we'll just throw the dual stat swords that we randomly bought there. We'll throw those in there. And what do we have? We just have the barrel token of pacing, crimson token of balance. So we might as well just throw these over here. Well, we need to know what we have. We need to know if we already have the token, but then we do need space in our inventory as well. So what do? We just keep these. We know that we need space because we need to be able to buy an item so that we can tokenize it. These gloves are just the glimmering. Okay, cool. So now we have some space here. So we know the token of flame. We need to get better token of flames. We need to complete another set next time. We didn't complete a set, but we got a whole bunch of good dual stat items, I guess. And then we got some new swords, and then we probably did fill out a whole bunch here. We just about completed the Azure token set to get the cold resistance. Almost the lizard set is complete, and then the strength, and then the life set token of the jackal. So actually a whole bunch of these sets are almost complete. They're all just missing one piece. We didn't find the enlightened belt. We just need the one belt. We just need the rugged gloves and the rugged belt. And then the gloves, we need to get the fire. It does twice as much. It could do up to 12 damage, I believe. So there we go. There's the token collecting so far. We're just collecting all the best items right now.